know why are big giants moving to microservices? Well, there are many reasons, but the important reason is that the monolithic architecture is a big unit and handling it becomes difficult as it keeps growing when we add new functionalities. Even a small change or a big fix requires recoding and redeploying of the complete application. When we talk about enterprises like Amazon, Uber, Netflix, we see organizations that are continuously building in software to get a competitive edge. Any upgrade to a monolithic is time consuming and expensive. And there always comes a time when an upgrade or scaling of the applications seem virtually impossible. This is when corporations contemplate migrating to microservices. With microservices, all the processes are simplified, scalable, and streamlined, as all the services are independent units. Let's dig deeper to understand what these architectures are. If all project functionalities are there in a single code base, then the application is known as a monolithic application. We all must have designed a monolithic application in our lives when we were given a problem statement and was asked to create and design the functionalities around it. We design our application in multiple layers: presentation, service, and persistence, and we deploy them all together as a single file. This is what a monolithic architecture is, where mono represents a single code base which contains all the functionalities of the project. Whereas microservices is an architectural development style in which the application is made up of smaller services, which is a part of a smaller portion of the functionality. This architecture has a greater impact on the relationship between the database and the application. Instead of having a single database for all the microservices, each microservices has its own database. If you are planning to move to microservices, here are a few facts. First, the choice to move to microservices is made of necessity. Every application has its structure in place for its operations. But when it comes to scalability and growth, migrating to microservices makes sense. Secondly, migrating to microservices might be a benefit to an application, but it does not mean that it will be easy or simple. At many occasions, people tend to believe that moving to microservices will decrease the application complexity. But in fact, the complexity is just dislocated. The worst is the complexity now has been moved to the areas where the team is not well aware of. Next, basic programming ethics still apply. If you are trying to adopt microservices without following the basic software development techniques like clean code, good design, automated testing, then it will only increase your workload and will create issues down the line. Lastly and most importantly, this migration has a lot to do with the team's readiness. Your development team has to be trained in the technology you are migrating to. They should have a good knowledge of microservices and are well equipped to handle any kind of fallout. Talking about our journey in microservices, we followed this path in 2021 when we faced growing and scaling challenges. We realized that our single tenant monolithic architecture is not going to scale up as per our future needs. We decided to decompose it into microservices, and it was our largest infrastructure project, which took almost a year to migrate over 100,000 customers with no service interruption. I hope our experience with microservices will help you make better decisions for your own business. Thanks for watching. Keep following us for latest tech updates.